So I was a teacher. I was teaching in Dallas. I was teaching middle school. Oof.
Woo!
Yeah, I was teaching seventh grade, and I was teaching in Dallas ISD, and if you know anything, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Dallas
Yeah.
ISD, but if you've worked with Dallas ISD or you've worked in Dallas ISD, you've worked with any of their schools, it's one of the largest school districts in the DFW Metroplex, but it's also one of the most unorganized, and it's usually a nightmare. But I started working in Dallas ISD. Um, Working, like I said, with seventh grade. I actually loved my kids. I love my kids, and um, working with the type of kids that I had. I mean, I was having students they were raising themselves,
Yeah.
in seventh grade. Some of them doing drugs, some of them taking care of their brother and sister. They don't have parents in the house, or they living in an abandoned house with, no lights or no food or anything like that. So I had some kids who had some stories.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made me draw closer to my kids because, yes, they're there for education, but at the same time, like these are kids that are going through grown folks' problems. So
Exactly.
I really had to relate to my students. And I think that's why I connected most with my students because I would just listen to their stories. I would just listen. Sometimes they just want to talk. That's
Yeah.
one thing about these kids. Sometimes these kids just want to talk, but did that for 2 or 3 years, got my master's in educational leadership. Thought I wanted to be a principal. I was gung ho for being a principal. I just knew I was going to be a principal. But after working education and just seeing like how my principal moved, I was like, oh, this is not for me.
Right.
I don't like how they treated the kids. And that was one reason why I quit. I didn't like how they treated the kids. Like they treated the kids like numbers. I mean, in Texas, standardized testing is a big thing.
Yeah.
They treat the kids like numbers, and I didn't like that. It was more so, can you pass this test or can you not pass it? So that was one reason I got out of education. But I want to continue to work with children. I do, but I just don't think in the space of a classroom.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends a couple of days ago, and I was like, you know what? I think I would entertain opening up a sewing school for kids because sometimes we forget about the arts. It's math, it's engineering, it's this, it's science. But what about the arts? And I think I was like, I've learned how to sew. I love what I do. It's very peaceful. It brings me to peace when I'm doing it. And I'm like, I would love to teach that to kids. So I was just researching some ideas. I mean, I haven't come up with anything yet, but I don't know. I see myself doing that maybe in the next 10 years.